one of the worst things about anxiety is that it blocks our access to our hearts. Because when we're anxious, we look for a solution. When we have to make a decision, we come up into our heads, the thinking part of our bodies, and we vacate, we empty the heart, the body part. And the heart is the seat of our consciousness. It's not the mind. Many of the Eastern traditions teach that heart is the seat of consciousness. So some languages call heart-mind. In Tibetan, heart-mind is the same thing. There's only one word. So we block. When we stress, we come up. Sometimes we're so stressed we leave our bodies through dissociation to avoid the trauma that's going on. Also a valid escape and a good defense, but not so useful later down the track when the trauma's over, but you need to be present in your body. So the heart is a very important heart space. I'm not going to call it an organ because it's much more than that. There's new research that's gone into the heart, and it's proven that the heart has neural tissue. It has brain tissue. It's capable of processing thought, emotions, memory. So heart is like a soul. It's a connection to your whole body. And when we're stressed and anxious, we lose access to our heart space. And all the presenters here today have been telling us how they have been learning to live from their hearts. And when you're anxious, you don't remember your heart. You're driven out of your heart. So the heart communicates with the brain. You have heart-brain communication. And in fact, the research just recently has proven that the heart responds first to stimulus from outside. It's not the brain. They wired up some people and they found that the heart responded before the brain to certain impactful visual images. So the heart then communicates with brain, and brain is actually the chief operating officer who carries out the chief executive's instructions. So heart feels the impulse, decides how we feel, communicates to brain, who then sends the neurochemistry down into the body. And the heart communicates also through electromagnetic field. And the electromagnetic field of the heart is wide-reaching, way beyond your own body. So all of you guys in here are already in connection with each other's electromagnetic fields, with each other's energy fields. We are formed by the energy field we grow up in. People are saying it's DNA, and there's now some controversy around this, whether it's epigenetics, whether we form ourselves from the field around us rather than our DNA. So you can research and Google epigenetics and get more information on that if it's your field of interest. So if we're forming ourselves from the field around us and our parents think we're useless, we don't really have a lot of chance. So it's to see the amazingness in your child because they breathe. That's what not because they can't use a knife and fork by the time they're 7. It's Department of Trivia, all of that. Just see them for the beauty they are. So if this heart is so important, how do we gain access to our heart? We make choices that limit our stress and bring us back into this flow and homeostasis. We want to make choices that are supportive of us feeling safe. It's about safety. The antidote to anxiety. Wrong slide. Yeah, it's about making self-loving choices. And what we are teaching in our current education system is not so much about self-loving choices. So the antidote to this stress and anxiety is actually trust. We need to build trust in the body. This applies to us, to our clients, to the people we work with. So across the field, if there's a feeling of safety, we let down, we come into our bodies, we feel our hearts, and we live from that flow, that pulsation. If we're not safe and we're not feeling very trusted or trusting, we go into the anxiety and we condense and contract ourselves, and there's no spaciousness between the atoms. When you're not spacious, you can't perceive what's out there. When you're spacious in yourself, your perception is enhanced. Much more becomes available to you on many more fields. When we can take responsibility for making loving choices, we end up with happy cells. Because when you start caring for yourself, the little nucleus, every cell has a nucleus, it has a little brain. It's capable of thought, of feeling. And when you are in disregard of yourself, your nuclei of your cells go, they don't care about me. I'm nothing. They just ate mud cake and drank 3 beers. They don't love me. The lungs go, oh, no one cares about me. And that feeling of dejection, of depression, lack of care is engendered throughout your body because you are not caring for yourselves. When you make self-loving choices to go to bed early, to moisturize yourself with presence, with care, to eat loving food beautifully prepared, then the cells go, wow, she cares about us. Party time! Woohoo! And that's when they begin to party, and we feel more vital. We feel more alive. Loving choices, happy cells. And frankly, I think it's as easy as that. Thank you. Thank you.